Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Cox Cable Channel 26. We're at West High here in Iowa City. This is Jerry Evers, Paul Betcher, and Dave Evans. We're ready for the district's Muscatine Muskies take on the Cedar Rapids Prairie Hawks.
Sure, this is going to be an excellent ball game, and of course the Hawks have drawn a very able opponent here in the very first round. Muscatine ranked in the top 10 in the state, and I think right now they're number 7 in one poll and number 8 in the other, so an excellent Muscatine team to give the Hawks their initiation here into the tournament.
What happened, Paul, is they lost their last 2 road games here, so they, as of today, they dropped out of the rankings. But you're right, they have a 13-5 record. All 5 of their losses have been to top-rated teams at the time that they played them. So Steve Doherty from Cedar Rapids controls the tip. Perler out front. Zone to the Muskies. Skip pass over to Trones. Schlusselman back to Doherty with the 10-footer. Yes, that's 2 points. So the home team tonight are the Prairie Hawks. Number 34 with the ball is Brooks Battenhagen. That's Bartenhagen. Number 44, Dave Garrison thinks about it. Bartenhagen with the 14-footer. That's 2 points. Score's tied up, 2-2. Kleppe looking for Schlusselman cutting across the paint. Taranas. Skip pass over to Doherty. Doherty takes that 14-footer. Missed. The ball's rolling around. The Muskies control it. Number 34, Brooks Bartenhagen. Ball stolen away in there. Doherty, they're going to call traveling on him. And that didn't look like traveling to me. He had 1 foot down. He just passed it over his head. Scores tied 2-2 with 6 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first period. Bartenhagen running the point. Gives it over here to the right side to number 22. That's Brett Olson. Jump shot. Missed up there by Dave Garrison. You got a foul there on number 24, Sam McDonald, 6'2", sophomore. He's a junior guard. That's the first foul of the game. A press, a token press, we'll call it right now, just enough to cause some problems. So you got Perler, Schlusselman, Kleppe, Doherty, and Trones. Trones takes that. He dribbles in with an 8-footer, up and off the glass. Prairie leads 4-2. I think Prairie right now is 2 out of 3 from the field. And 50% shooting for the Muskies. Number 32, baseline. That's blocked in there. Both Kleppe and Trones, 2-on-1 block. I think we'll give the block there to Kleppe. Mike Kleppe is 6'5". He's a sophomore. Inside pass off the hands of Brett Olson. Schlusselman to inbound it against this press. Perler brings it up. He's going to go coast to coast. He's got 2-on-3. He holds it up wisely, gets it into big Kleppe. Kleppe looks for Perler, thinks about the 3-pointer. Doherty takes the 18-footer. Yes, sir. Score now is 6-2. Bartenhagen gets it over here to Weiskamp. Weiskamp, spin move in there by Olson. Kleppe with the rebound. Perler gets it up here. Trones takes that 20-footer. That's 2. So score now is 8-2. And Muscatine Muskies says, give me a timeout. So with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the first quarter, scores 8-2. Okay, Bartonhagen. So in the game, you got Olson, McDonald, Weiskamp, Bartonhagen, Hilbrandt. Shot in there by Weiskamp. That's 2. Cuts down to a 4-point lead. Furler brings it across the 10-second line, guarded closely in there by McDonald. Taranes looks inside to Kleppe. Kleppe will do the Smid move. Nobody there. Good defense in there by number 44, Garrison, against Taranes. Doherty had that all-important shot last week to, deflected pass in there, picked up there by Garrison. Baseline move. Ball given over to Bartonhagen. A shot taken by Weiskamp. Short. Rebound in there. Off the hands of the Muskie, number 24, McDonald, had a real, he hustled over there very good, Paul.
Really did.
Anything on the
Really did, Jerry. Not too much to report. Both teams shooting quite well.
Kleppe takes a 16-footer. A rainbow shot almost went in. Number 44, Garrison, 6'3" forward. He's a senior. Bartonhagen looks for a cutter. There's a travel call against number 24, Sam McDonald. He's a guard. He's going to be back next year. He's a junior. The improvement that I've noticed on this Prairie team the last 2 weeks has been the handling of the ball. They've been taking pressure and handling it very well.
Hawks with just 2 turnovers tonight, Jerry. That backs up exactly what you said.
Furler gets it in to Mike Kleppe, takes that 8-footer. That's 2. Boy, that big guy can turn around and do that jump shot. That's going to open up the middle for Schlesselman.
Hawks 5 out of 7 from the field, Jerry.
Good defense in there. Bartonhagen gets it off over here to Garrison. Garrison gets it down deep inside to Olson. Olson's fouled in there by number 32, Taranes. So that's the first foul for the Prairie Hawks. So it's a relatively air-free game right now. Only 1 foul for each team.
Sure, we played about 4 minutes and 40 seconds here the first quarter. Just 5 turnovers, and that's about the only mistakes that have been made. Here comes Humper and Casey Lane for the Hawks.
And also for the Muskies, number 20, Darren Miller comes in, and Bartonhagen, the point guard, sits down to have a breather. Also coming in is number 22, Olson, and Garrison has a seat. So you got the Muskies taking the ball out underneath their own basket. It's 5-second call, not quite yet, but Olson picks it up. Olson's running the point right now. Ball inside. Nice shot in there by number 32, Steve Weiskamp. Foul's going to be on Jason Furler. So a chance for a three-point play here by Weiskamp. So for the Muskies, you've got Olson, Weiskamp, Hilbrandt, and 3-point play. Cuts the score now. It's 10-7.
7 points now for Weiskamp to lead the Muskies.
Kleppe, he takes a 10-footer now. The guy's hot. Woo!
Jerry, the Hawks are shooting 75% from the field, 6 out of 8.
Well, you hope you keep that up if you're a Hawk fan, but if you're a Muskie fan, you say, cool down, will you? Ball stolen in there. Nice block in there, but Schlesselman gets called for the foul. I think he got him with the lower body.
He must have. I don't think he got him on top.
But that sends a message to Olson saying that if you come in here, you're going to have some bleepers. Garrison comes in.
Good substitution there by Coach Denny Thiessen for the Prairie Hawks, getting his 2 guys, Doherty and Taranes, out of there for early rest.
That's 8 points there for Weiskamp. Did we say Weiskamp or Weiskamp?
Whatever you want, Jerry.
Okay, we'll call him Weiskamp. Makes the score 12-9. You got 2 minutes and 48 seconds left. McDonald guarding Furler. Furler Gets it deep inside. Ball stolen away there by the Huskies. That's Weiskamp. Weiskamp, he's got a screen in there. Gets it off. No charge called. Oh, Brett Olson made that aggressive move inside, and these referees are going to let him play tonight. Casey Lane. Hupfer. Deep inside. Toronto's going to do a spin move. Kicks it back out. Almost a 3-second call in there. Toronto's. He's going to take the shot this time. He puts it up. He's going to say, traveling. Oh, I don't know about that, Paul.
Jerry, I'll tell you, Muscatine, since a timeout at the 5:15 mark, in the last 3 minutes and 8 seconds, we had an 8-2 ball game. It's now 12-11, so they've outscored us 9-4 in the last 3 minutes after the timeout. It was a good call by Muscatine.
Garrison gets it over to Miller, who's in the game now. Miller thinks about it, does a move, gets it back out here to McDonald. McDonald looking for Olson. Olson wants to give it off here to Garrison. Garrison looks for, they're spreading their offense out. Man-to-man defense in here employed by the Prairie Hawks. Shot in there by Miller, off the back of the rim. Offensive rebound in there by Olson. And ball's put up and missed by Garrison. Garrison gets his own rebound, puts it back up. 3 shots at the basket. One of those is going to fall. So now, that's the first lead here the Muskies have over the Prairie Hawks. You got a minute and 15 seconds left. The score is 13-12, Muscatine Muskies. Kleppe turns around, he's 3 for 3. 14-13, Prairie Hawks. This is the first time I've been in this Garrison with the shot, off the glass, missed, rebound by Toronto's. This is a beautiful facility here, Paul Betcher.
It really is, Jerry. I'll tell you some stories when we have some time about some of Prairie's action down here.
Number 44, Dave Garrison with the over-the-back foul. Into the lane game is Doherty. Hupfer sits down. McDonald sits down.
Bartenhagen is in too. Brooks Bartenhagen, the 6'1 senior, back in the game for the Muskies.
Sitting down is Kevin Hilbrand. He's a senior, 6'2" forward. Doherty kicks it back up to Casey Lane. Toronto's, 3 guys on him. Hupfer gets it to Casey Lane, back to Hupfer. Hupfer will take that 3-pointer if he's got an open shot. So will Casey Lane. Toronto's inside move, kick back out to Hupfer. Casey Lane with a 20-foot shot. That's good. That's a 19-footer. That's a 2-pointer. Just inside the circle.
Nice shot by Casey. 2 big points off the bench.
I'll tell you what, they called Olson for traveling, but number 32, Steve Weiskamp, is really pushing on Toronto, trying to get position in that deep post. So that'll be an interesting battle to watch. Hupfer looking for a cutter. There's Mike Kleppe, puts it up. That's 2. It's Kleppe, 5 for 5.
4 for 5, 80% from the field. Jerry, 18-13, Cedar Rapids Prairie at the half. Jerry, I'll tell you, looking at the stats here in the first period, Prairie just on fire, 9 out of 11 from the field. And a lot of those have been good, been medium to long-range shots by the Hawks. And Hawks were up 8-2 with 5:15 to go in the quarter. Muscatine took a timeout, got the lead. The Hawks came back strong to end the period. And now Prairie has the ball again. Muscatine is not doing bad either, 60%, 6 out of 10 in the first quarter.
Well, they take that any game, shooting 60%. Casey Lane, Doherty, he wants to take that 13-footer. He puts it up, he gets fouled. And number 20, Darren Miller, the 5'11" senior guard. So that puts Steve Doherty, the state champion high jump from 1988. How high did he jump?
Jerry, I think he's up around 6'9", 6'10".
Doherty puts the first of 2 shots up. It's good. Makes the score 19-13.
I'll tell you this. We anticipate Steve will get up around 7 foot, and if he does, he'll become a Division I high jump prospect. Schools like University of Oregon, University of Texas El Paso, Kansas, all your big name track programs will be after him.
Well, Steve is one of several fine athletes that this Prairie Hawk team has. He makes the second one good, so it's a 7-point lead by the Prairie Hawks with 7 minutes and 30. Garrison makes a power move inside. Toronto's got away with a foul. Nothing called. Doherty using that jumping ability. Gives it up here to Casey Lane. Casey Lane almost traveled with the ball. Gives it to Toronto. He spins. He moves. He puts it up. Missed the basket. No foul. I don't think they touched him. Bartenhagen thinks about it. Gives it off over here to Weiskamp. Bartenhagen looks for a cutter. That's number 14 in the game, Dan Tharp. Bartenhagen normally runs the point. Bartenhagen looking for a cutter. That's the new kid in the game, Tharp. Rebounded. Oh, no, Doherty got ball. He gets called for traveling, or he gets called for the foul with the referee. That's, looked to me, out of position.
Sure, these are the best officials you could possibly get. These they keep a scoring card on these guys, and only the best get in these tournaments. So,
you bet. Just like in football, in the playoffs, I remember we had a very good set of referees up there at that Lindmar game. In fact, George Jones complimented them at halftime and said that they were doing a fine job. And if anybody can be that's an expert on referees, George Jones is. Weiskamp makes one of two, rebounded by Taranas. So you got Furler with the ball, Schlusselman, Doherty, Taranas, and Casey Lane. Casey Lane looks for a cutter. Hupper out front, over to Casey Lane. Taranas wants to make that move inside. Doherty in front of the key. Hupper gets a deep in. Taranas makes that move. Gets fouled in there by Bartenhagen, the point guard. Nothing called. Bartenhagen. Weiskamp takes the shot. Missed. Well, I'll tell you what. That was a good call insofar as the Prairie Hawks were concerned, because Hupper made a hustle move and gave it right to Garrison, and Garrison had a layup. So it's probably a good thing that he went out of bounds in that situation. Kleppe comes in. Casey Lane sits down. Another good rest in there for the big guy. Miller back here to Bartenhagen. Shot in there by Olson. Missed. Off a Prairie Hawk hand. I think that was Schlusselman and Kleppe were fighting over it, knocked it out. So it's a team rebound, goes to the Muskies.
Jerry, real funny how this game goes. We're 2.5 minutes in. Prairie does not have a goal here in the second overtime. Here's the steal, though.
Doherty going to use. Oh, that's. Are they going to call a? No, there's not an intentional. Let's see what the referee calls here. Number 14 with the foul. Two-shot foul. So Dan Tharp, who's a 6'2" guard, junior, puts Doherty up the line shooting two.
Jerry, been an interesting look at the distribution of scoring. Muscatine Weiskamp has got most of the points. In fact, he's got 6, 9, 10 points for out of the 14 for Muscatine. Prairie's much more balanced. Kleppe with 8. Doherty working on number 8 here, misses it. But so he has 7. Taranas with 4.
Bartenhagen looks in Weiskamp. Weiskamp wants to get in the Garrison. You got Tharp there with the ball. Bartenhagen. Weiskamp behind. Oh, he puts it in, shoots it right over Taranas. Taranas picks up his second foul. So that puts, the Muskies in the bonus situation from here on out.
I think that's a very questionable call right there, Jerry. Very seldom do I say anything about the officiating, but his hands were straight up. And I'd like to see a replay to see if he's leaning. I don't think he was leaning, though.
Sam McDonald comes in the game, and sitting down is Bartenhagen. Steve Weiskamp shooting, that's a 3-point play, makes the score 21-17. Kleppe. Hawks working against this 2-1-2 press. Perler. Kleppe. Kleppe gets it at Fernandez. Fernandez puts it up. Looked like there was a couple fouls in there, but nothing's called. 6 points for Troy Fernandez. Olson working underneath. That 8-footer puts it up and in. 23-19, exactly 5 minutes left. Long pass in here. Fernandez gets it to Kleppe. Kleppe has it knocked out of his hands. Fernandez makes a move into paint. Gets it up to Brad Schlesselman. That's 2 points. Weiskamp, the leading scorer here for the Muskies, gets called for that foul. Is that the first foul on Weiskamp? Yes, it is. Now, an interesting stat, or we should say a non-stat so far, is there has not been a 3-point attempt by either team so far, and we've played 1.5 quarters.
Prairie is 2 out of 3 here, 67% here in the second quarter, so Prairie has not cooled off at all.
Free throw's good, 26-19. Tharp. There's 5 seconds called. Great defense in there by Steve Doherty from the Prairie Hawks. Dan Tharp just didn't know what to do with it. He didn't have anybody cutting to the ball. The thing is that it looks like Steve Doherty had good defense, but you got 4 other Hawks just playing ball denial. Oh, Dan Tharp gets called for that foul. So that brings Hupfer to the line shooting 1-1. Brad Schlesselman to the line shooting the 1-1.
Brad Schlesselman has 3 of the Hawks' points here, 3 of the first 8 points here in the second quarter, and at the line a chance to add to that number.
Coach Barkema running a lot of Muskies in and out of the game. It's a la Tom Davis and the Hawkeyes.
Well, I think Tom Davis has been very good for Iowa basketball, and certainly we're seeing a lot more kids play today, and it's certainly a balance in playing time.
Both free throws from Schlesselman is good. Martin Hagen into the game now. Gives it over to Garrison. Garrison looking to Weiskamp. Toronto's got a handful guarding that young man. Up and in is McDonald, and the ball rolls in. Scores 28-21. This is a game of streaks. That's a correct call. He did travel.
Jerry, Prairie, biggest lead of the night now at 7 points.
Garrison. Shot up by McDonald and put 2 down on the board.
That's Sam's last 2 possessions. He has 4 points, and he's starting to warm up now.
And it's good as far as the Muskies are concerned. And you're going to get a foul called in on number 22, Brett Olson, guarding Kleppe. That puts Mike Kleppe to the line. But insofar as McDonald's starting to get hot, that helps as far as distribution of points, because now instead of guarding Weiskamp, maybe 2 fellows guarding him, then he has to guard McDonald as well.
No question about it, Jerry. Prairie definitely a tough team to defense because so many people can do so many things.
Ooh, Kleppe was so hot from the field, missed his first free throw tonight. No, I take that back. He's made. Yes, that was his first attempt at the line. Weiskamp, oh, beautiful shot, 14-footer, rainbow, hit nothing but net. Long pass in here to Toronto's.
15 for Weiskamp.
Toronto's looking inside to Kleppe. Schlesselman, Hupfer. There's the alley-oop pass. Kleppe puts it up. He gets fouled by Garrison, lower body, but nothing called.
Mike Kleppe in double figures for the Hawks with 10 points.
Weiskamp to Garrison. Martin Hagen thinks about it. They want to get the ball inside. Shot up and missed by Olson. Schlesselman wisely pulls it up. Casey Lane, senior guard. Toronto's senior guard forward. There's another foul on Brett Olson. Olson's got his hands full with Kleppe. That's Olson's second foul. It's not very often where you have first-round district action where you have two evenly teams. You mentioned before the record of the Muskies is 13-5 and Prairie's 14-6. Kleppe's 1 for 2 from the line. I asked Coach Jim Barkema from the Muscatine if he was glad to see Coach Denny Thiessen get out of his conference. He says, "You darn right I am." Of course, Denny Thiessen was standing right there. Long-time friend. But their last two road games, the Muskies did drop. That Davenport West, and I don't remember where the other one was, but again, both of those were rated teams. Garrison. Here's McDonald with a three-point attempt is missed. And the foul is going to be called on Garrison. I think that's his second foul. That's number 2 on Garrison. That's the first three-point attempt by either team tonight.
Yeah, I think both these teams have they're trying to work inside for the good shot, and I'll tell you, they've had some success inside. You know, usually they say if you want to shoot from outside, you work it inside, then bring it back out. Well, they've had pretty good success getting the shot, and there hasn't been a need to really take the ball back to the perimeter after it's been inside.
Kleppe is 2 for 3 from the line tonight. Boy, he's got a nice rotation on that ball. Beautiful arc.
13 for Mike, working on number 14.
Well, for all you opponents out there, for Prairie, you've got 2 more years left of Mike Kleppe.
Tell you what, you can bet Coach Denny Thiessen are awful happy about that.
McDonald gets the ball inside, in and out, shot in there by Hillbrand. Oh, you can't afford to lose very many of those. And K.C. Lane gets bugged, nothing called. Bartenhagen gets it up here to Weiskamp. Weiskamp wants to get it inside, but he didn't. He missed Garrison in there. Good defense in there by Kleppe. Garrison out front takes a look at the Weiskamp with 18-footer, in and out. Garrison knocks the ball over to K.C. Lane. 1 minute, 48 seconds left. The score is 33-25. Largest lead by Prairie. They can get it to a 10-point. Huffer with the three-point shot. It hit nothing but net. It looked like a pot roast dropping through there.
Jerry Evers, it doesn't get any better than this.
Holy cow. Garrison defended well in there by Kleppe. Oh, that's Kleppe says, I'd like to have he reached out there, and as soon as that happened, he knew he was going to get
That's
caught.
only Mike's first personal foul, so nothing hurt.
Flushelman comes in for Torontes, and that's a good sign. You're having
Troy has 2 fouls, and Denny doesn't want him to pick up a third one here in the last minute 20 of the first half.
You can't afford to lose a Torontes or Flushelman on this team. Garrison, first one's up and good. He cuts the score now to double figures. It's, down to 10 points, 36-26. The next point is very important to get it down to single figures. And the second one's good.
4 for Garrison, Jerry. And now we're going to get a substitution. Number 20, Darren Miller, coming in for the Muskies.
And Garrison gets a well-deserved rest. Oh, they called the foul in there on Kevin Hillbrand. It didn't look like it looked like it was all ball.
Jerry, that's the 8 players for Muscatine played in the first half. And with number 40, Kevin Milbrand, picking up that foul, 7 of the 8 players in the first half of the Muskies have committed a personal foul.
One's good. 37-27, 1 minute and 19 seconds left here in the first half. You're watching Cox Cable Channel 26, voice of Cedar Rapids Prairie Hawks here in the metro area. I'll tell you, Hillbrand come in there with that power rebound. Hillbrand with the shot. Off the back of the rim. Hupfer with the rebound. Gets it over here to Furler. You got Furler, Hupfer, Schlusselman, Lane, and Kleppe. Kleppe puts it up. Rebounded by Schlusselman. I don't understand that call. He wasn't over anybody's back. He had that rebound snatched in midair. Oh, goodness gracious. I look over here at Coach Denny Thiessen, and all he's doing is talking to his dictaphone right now.
You know, that's a great idea. I think it's something that a lot of people can use, and more of us should use it. You don't have to be a coach to use something like that. I think that a lot of things go by us that we don't recall, and he uses that very, very effectively.
Barton Hagen's first one's up and good. He cuts it down to 9 points. 56 seconds left here. The score is 37-28. Prairie Hawks over the Muscatine Muskies. Second one is good. Casey Lane back here to Furler. Furler dribbles around. Casey Lane thinks about it. Schlusselman wants to get it into Kleppe. Hupfer. That's Furler over there. Furler gives it to Kleppe. Casey Lane thinks about the three-pointer. He gets fouled. Nothing called. Rebounding in there by McDonald. Bartenhagen does a move to Weiskamp. Weiskamp takes a three-pointer. It drops in. Big three-point basket by the Muskies. 14 seconds left. Prairie Hawks need a bucket right now. The score is only 37-32. Kleppe gets it inside. Hupfer with a three-pointer. It hit net. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, that was a big basket by both teams in there. They go to the locker room with a score 40-32 Prairie Hawks.
Jerry, I don't think there's anything that can help you in the first half like hitting a three-point goal just before the half. We've seen this this year a lot. I think Lane has had a couple, Hupper, and it's really ignited the team. I'm not sure we've lost a ball game where we've hit the big three-pointer just before the half, and I think that this team is looking very good. I'll turn it back to you. I'm going to do a little work on my stats here, and I'll give you a report in just a minute, okay?
What was interesting about that is the crowd was relatively quiet until the last 10 seconds, and where both teams came down and hit a three-pointer, and it got both sides of this gymnasium up and standing. Both teams were going off with smiles, with positive attitudes. And I'll tell you what, let's cut it off. We'll let Paul finish the stats right here, and we'll be back. We're just getting underway here in second half. Bartenhagen out front, looks inside for it. Weiskamp takes the jumper. That's Olsen. That's two. Doherty gets it deep over to Trones. Trones kicks it out here to Doherty. Doherty takes that 10-footer, puts it up, miss, rebound in there by Schlusselman. Doherty gets a rebound, knocked away by a Muskie. You got Furler out front. Doherty. Furler gets it inside to Kleppe. Doherty with the jumper. That's good. Makes the score 42-34. Bartenhagen brings it up. Kicks it off over here on the left wing. That's Weiskamp. Weiskamp takes it into the paint, puts it up, missed. Rebound in there by Schlusselman. Long pass up here to Doherty. Doherty takes that 4-footer, in and out. Rebound in there by a Muskie. Bartenhagen, and Steve Doherty is going to get called for the foul shot. Or he's going to get called for the foul. That's number 2 on Steve Doherty. Tell you what, Paul, I'm going to turn the microphone over to you. And I got to run the camera here.
We got to get Evie down there. Evie's getting some pop, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the second half of Class 3A districts here. On the perimeter now for the Muscatine. Decked out in purple and gold, the Hawks in white. Number 34, that's Brooks Bartenhagen looking. Baseline, there's to Olson. Olson inside, gets it back out. Stopped by Olson right in there. 2 more for Big Bart. 6 for Brett Olson now. Hawks against pressure. That's Furler. Looking, has Kleppe. And now to Taranis, the Hawks in the offensive board. Nice pass to Schlesselman, lost out of bounds. And Muscatine a chance to cut a 6-point lead to 4. 6:07 to go. With the ball, number 24. That would be Sam McDonald. On the other side, ball down, and a ball out of bounds to Muscatine. Hawks with Schlesselman, Kleppe, Doherty, Furler, and Taranis. Muscatine with Weiskamp, Garrison, Olson, Bartenhagen, and McDonald. Okay, on the perimeter, outside. That's Bartenhagen. Now to Weiskamp, looking. Back to Bartenhagen, top of the circle. Now number 24 coming in. Shot is up, no good. And we're going to get a foul. 3 on Steve Doherty. You just can't afford to lose Doherty. Steve playing has 9 points and 3 personal fouls. Here comes Casey Lane. We call him Varnish. Casey Lane back in the game here for the Hawks, number 10. And on the line now for the Muskies, Sam McDonald playing has 4 points. McDonald's free throw in the air, right in there. Second one by McDonald will be forthcoming here. In the air, good. 6 for McDonald. Okay, the Hawks against full court trap press here from Furler, out of bounds. Oh, we got a break on that one. Schlesselman moving over to inbound here. 5:39 to go here in the third quarter. Hawks up 42-38. And now to Casey Lane, the senior guard. And now to Jason Furler, the junior point guard for the Hawks. Works to Kleppe. Taranis, 3 points, downtown. Won't go. And the ball will belong to the Prairie Hawks. Hawks shooting 73%, Jerry Evers, in the first half.
Oh, ball stolen away in there by McDonald. Well, I'm back. Thanks for filling in for me. I had to sit there and run that camera. Dave Evans had, I think he had a doctor's appointment. He left. Actually, he went down to the concession stand, got his place, got his number, and couldn't leave. So both you guys were down there. Beginning of this quarter, I was running the camera, doing the play-by-play and the stats. All
concession stand or casino there, Jerry?
Okay, in the game for the Hawks, you got Casey Lane with the ball over here to Hupfer, Furler, Kleppe, and Taranis. Furler, a 3-point shot. Furler's hot from the 3-point range tonight. Makes a score, 45-38. Bartenhagen defended in there by Furler. Bartenhagen looking for somebody, can't find anybody. Gets it over here to number 24, McDonald. Ball shot missed. Shot missed in there by Olson. Kleppe hands it off to Furler. One thing about Furler, he starts making those 3-pointers, he's going to shoot more of them.
How about Hopper, though? I'll tell you, these junior guards have 9 points between them from 3-point range.
Kleppe had 3 of them. Claps Casey Lane. We cannot forget Casey Lane, that senior guard. He can put them in.
Jerry, I'm wondering, my stats don't show it, but the Hawks may be 4 out of 4 from 3-point range.
I think
they're right. 10 points.
Weiskamp takes it inside, defended well in there by Casey Lane. He defended very well there. Weiskamp out the front of the rim. Bartenhagen gets the garbage rebound. He sets it back up. Weiskamp looks inside to Garrison, not there. McDonald does the spin move. Did Taranis? Taranis picked up his 3rd foul.
Jerry, Troy's got to know his role. He's very important to this team. He's a Metro leading number 2 scorer with a 22-point average. We just can't afford to lose him.
Weiskamp inbounds the ball, looks over here to Garrison underneath. Tell you what, that was a quick 5-second call, Paul, in defense of the Muskies.
Yeah, it was, Jerry.
Kleppe gets it over here to Furler. Casey Lane looking for a cutter, brings it up the middle. Long pass in here to Hupfer. Hupfer sees Taranis, puts it up, that's 2 points! Scores 50-38. 12-point lead by the Prairie Hawks. And Barkema, the coach for the Muscatine Muskies, says, timeout, please. Well, the timeout's called by the Muscatine Muskies so far in this game has paid off dividends. So let's see what happens with this one, Paul Betcher. You're watching Cox Cable Channel 26. Voice of Cedar Rapids Prairie basketball here in the district. First round action. Garrison out front, kicks it off over here to Bartenhagen. Bartenhagen looks for the ball underneath. Shot in there. Almost an air ball by McDonald. McDonald's cooled off since the first half. There's a walk in there on Bartenhagen. No, they're going to call a foul. Kleppe, Mike Kleppe with his second foul. That's 14 fouls on the Prairie Hawks and none on the Muskies. That's a big stat, Paul Betcher.
It really is, Jerry.
Garrison, elbow there, didn't mean to. Bartenhagen wisely sets it up. Muskies need a basket right now. They're looking at a 12-point deficit. Weiskamp brings it inside. Hupfer's going to get called with a foul, and the basket is good. Actually, I was watching Hupfer roll down on the pines down there, and I didn't see the ball go in until I saw that referee move his hand down. Steve Weiskamp ready to seal a three-point play here. That could be a big basket. You had a 12-point lead. He could cut it down to 9. He missed it. Kleppe with the rebound. So 2 minutes and 53 seconds left here in this third quarter. The Hawks lead by 10, 50-40. Hupfer needs some help. Gets it off to Furler. Furler brings it over here. He wants to go left side. Now he thinks right side. They set up on here on the side. There, that's a big foul in there now by Olson. Is that 3 or 4 on him? That's 3. And I'll tell you, he's got a handful guarding big Mike Kleppe. In for the Muskies is Dan Tharp, number 14, and 6'2" guard. Bartenhagen says
shooting in this game has just been incredible, Jerry. I've never seen a game where the teams have stayed over 50% for every quarter, and that's just the way it's been. There's another one for Hupfer.
Hupfer, 3-point range, 53-40. Biggest lead here by the Prairie Hawks. Weiskamp looks over here from McDonald. Garrison does a spin move inside. Kleppe gets called for his third foul.
You know, Jerry, that's the only thing that I think can undo the Hawks right now. They're up by 13 points, but Kleppe and Taranis both have 3 personal fouls. Schlesselman has 2. So here comes Schlesselman for Taranis.
Now, has Kleppe scored it all here in the second half?
No.
No, he has not. So the Muskies have shut him down. Garrison shooting 2 shots. First one's up and good. Scores now 53-41.
I think another factor, Jerry, well, the Hawks I don't think have called a timeout. All the timeouts have been called by Muscatine. That'll help the Hawks down the stretch.
Weiskamp with the offensive rebound puts it up. And that's number 4 on Brett Olson. Brett Olson is 6'4". He's a junior. And right now he just doesn't have the weight to handle big Mike Kleppe in there. I think Mike Kleppe's probably got 25, maybe 30 pounds on Olson. Kleppe looks for some help from his guard, decides to dribble it up himself. Here's Casey Lane on a breakaway. Nope, 2-on-2. Casey Lane gives it over here to Hupfer. Hupfer, Casey Lane, skip past to Schlesselman. And I'll tell you, Brad Schlesselman's lucky on that because McDonald, even though he picked up his second foul, Schlesselman pushed off with his right hand as he is dribbling left.
53-41, Jerry. 1:56 to go, third period.
Long pass to Furler, gets it inside. Ball stolen away by Garrison. Furler kicks it away. Garrett. Weiskamp. Garrison out here for Tharp, who's in the game. Weiskamp, Tharp looking for Garrison inside. Kleppe doesn't want to pick up his 4th foul. Garrison with 2 points. Cuts it down to a 10-point lead. Long pass here to Casey Lane. Gets it over here to Kleppe. Kleppe can't find anybody inside. Casey Lane. Ooh, nice catch in there by Furler. Furler gets 2 screens out front. Nothing going. Casey Lane. He's going to get called for 5 seconds here. No, gets it off to Hupfer. Hupfer looking to drive on the side here. Here's Furler out front. Screen set in there by Kleppe. You got a double screen. I haven't seen this where you got a double
Sure,
post.
we're in a little bit of a delay game here with 57 seconds to go, 3rd period. And Muscatine, it's a good call. It's a good call. Muscatine is going to, Hawks should go in with a 10-point lead.
Kleppe out front, looks for a guard. Furler, 42 seconds left here. 10-point lead. Some of the Muskie fans are hollering out, boring, boring. But that's what Kleppe's looking for. He gets fouled in there. Holy cow, Hilbrand didn't want to do that. Mike Kleppe puts it in. That's 3 on Hilbrand. And the shot counts. Into the game, you got Miller and Bartenhagen sitting down. You got McDonald and Weiskamp. That's probably a good move in there by Coach Barkema. Paul Betcher just says it's Barkema. Oh, foul missed, or a foul shot missed. 30 seconds left here in the 3rd stanza. Garrison working against Kleppe. Kleppe cannot pick it up, and they call a charging foul. That probably was a correct call. That's number 3 now on Garrison. Kleppe sits down with 23 seconds. So on the floor for the Prairie Hawks, you've got 2 Kleppes. You got Keith Kleppe, no related to Mike, Schleselman, Lane, and Furler. Schleselman, Casey Lane, 14 seconds. They got to set it up here. Look out for Furler in that 3-point range. Hupfer, he can shoot from there. Gives it over to Kleppe. 4 seconds left. Furler shoots a 25-footer. Air ball. That's not the shot that they were working for. Good defense by the Muskies. So, with 1 period remaining, you've got the Prairie Hawks leading 55-43 here at Iowa City West Gym. You were going to tell me a few stories about this gym before.
Well, Jerry, I'll tell you, the Hawks have played down here. I think have done extremely well during the regular season. We came down here, though, I think it's been the 1985 Hawks came in here. They'd beaten Iowa City a week before at Prairie by 54 points. And on this night, back in 1986, the Hawks lost. And I'll never forget that because everybody was so confident that we could beat City High. And, of course, you never know. When you beat a good team, especially beating them by 50 points, and then they bounce back and get you, those things happen. And I'm trying to think if we played here 2 years ago or not. It seems like we did. I know we did during the regular season. We played the City. Whether we played our tournament down here, I can't seem to remember. Old age setting in, Jerry.
Well, Coach Denny Thiessen has got a lot to look forward to here in the future for Prairie. We've got, Toronto's good feed in there by Mike Kleppe to Toronto's for an easy 2 points. So now the Hawks with their biggest lead now, 57-43. Weiskamp, ball missed. Kleppe with the rebound. Toronto's going to drive. Fouled in there by number 20, that's Darren Miller. I think that's number 2 on Darren. Well, as I was saying, Coach Denny Thiessen's got a lot to look forward to. Since his arrival at Prairie, they started intramurals down in the middle school level, which I don't think has happened since Prairie was formed in the late 50s.
I don't have any idea. I just think it's a great program, and I'm glad to see them do it.
And also, you've got 2 teams. Most of them are some of these teams in the 11 and under and 12 and under AAU ranks that have qualified for the national tournaments, and I'm seeing about 8 Prairie kids. Well, actually, it's about 10 Prairie kids that are getting basketball experience. So he's already building a tradition now.
You betcha.
Barton Hagen defended in there by Furler. Barton Hagen's looking for someone in the pass to, and here's McDonald. McDonald hasn't hit anything in the second half. As soon as I said that, he puts a layup right in. A long pass in here by Tarandas. Oh, he gets fouled in there by Barton Hagen. Good sportsmanship shown in there. He picks up Troy Tarandas and says, "Hey, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to defend you." Well, Dave, have you eaten all the popcorn yet? First one up and good by Tarandas.
Troy's really Hawks by 15.
Second one good. Score 60-45. The Hawks are winning this going away right now. Oh, McDonald with an extremely quick move. 3-on-2, Hawks. Doherty. Kleppe with a power rebound, puts it up. He's going to get fouled in there by Wieskamp. That's only 2 on Wieskamp. The Muskie crowd were saying no to that foul, and they could be right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, when Kleppe puts that free throw up, he arcs that thing about 20 foot in the air. Not 20 foot, 15. Again, it's a 15-point lead by the Prairie Hawks. Tharp with a three-pointer off the heel of the rim. Offensive rebound in there by Hilbrand. He puts it up, missed. And I'll tell you, a lot of hustle going on in there, and it looks to me like McDonald picks up his 3rd foul.
Jerry, I think, is that his 3rd or 2nd? 2nd foul.
Number 2. So it brings Doherty to the line, shooting 1-1.
This is a young Muscatine team. They start 3 juniors. And play 5.
Doherty's first shot is missed. Rebounded in there by Kevin Hildebrand, 6'2" senior forward out of Muscatine. Barton Hagen gives it to McDonald. McDonald wants to take over. Tharp shoots a three-pointer. It's up. It's good. Don't count the Muskies out. It's only a 12-point lead here. Furler brings it up. Schlusselman. Doherty, he drives. 2 well defended in there by Hilbrand, helping out over there. McDonald not called for that foul. Tarandas is going to wheel and deal. No, Furler wisely brings it out. You got 5 minutes and 44 seconds left here in the game. Kleppe, Tarandas, alley-oop. Doherty picks it up. Five-second call. No, not yet. Tarandas gets it inside to Schlusselman. All ball looked like in there, and it was all ball. They called him traveling. Excellent defense in there by Steve Wieskamp. 6'3", junior forward, and he'll be back next year, Paul.
Yeah, McDonald is also back, and so is Olson. So they're gonna have a good team. Here comes KC for the Hawks.
Well, I made that remark to Dave Evans about the popcorn, and he sent somebody down. He's got another bag here, but we can't eat it while we're doing the broadcast. Maybe the stats man can. You're going to get a foul call like
Jerry, if you can't eat, I can't eat.
Look at it, he set it right down beside me here.
Yeah, I know it.
You know, I also have a rule when I do a broadcast. That means no pop. or no soft drinks on the table.
Is that because of what happened to LaSalle last year?
Exactly. McDonald puts the first one up and good. Cuts it down to only 11-point lead here with 5 minutes left. That's 11 points for McDonald. And make it a dozen. So maybe McDonald's going to get hot again like he did the last part of the first half. Schlusselman, Hawks are well defended in there by the Muskies. So with a 10-point lead, Furler gets it inside to Kleppe. Kleppe, Barton-Hagen picks up, that's his second foul. Sends an excellent free throw shooter to the line in Troy Taranas. In your recruiting trails and so forth, have you had any information whether any Division I schools are looking at Troy right now?
Not that I'm aware of. Troy, unfortunately, is at an in-between size at 6'4", and it's gonna. I personally think he play Division I ball, and I hope that somebody comes through and recruits him because he certainly could play the off-guard position or small forward.
Barton-Hagen, with those two free throws, makes it a 12-point lead. Weiskamp, three-pointer, that's good! Cuts it down to a 9-point lead. Prairie Hawks are having difficulty getting it. Here's Weiskamp, puts it up and in. Oh, timeout called by Denny Thiessen. The players don't see him. There it is. Schlusselman says, Coach wants a timeout.
I'll tell you, Denny, you're not going to let this game get away. Hawks still up 7 points. That's a good lead with 4:19 to play. Denny's got all kinds of timeouts left. This may be the first timeout he's called in the game. And he'll settle him down. And I'll tell you, 7 points with 4 minutes against the Denny Thiessen coach team, that is going to be tough for Muscatine to overcome it.
Thank goodness for timeouts. They had a chance here to eat some of this popcorn. I have to vote that this West High has the best popcorn in the Mississippi Valley. I mean, I kid you not. This is great popcorn. Kleppe looks for Taranas. Gets it over to Schlusselman. Schlusselman dribbles underneath. He's in trouble. Gets it out to Casey Lane. Pops a 12-footer. It's nothing but net. Big basket by Casey Lane, the senior guard for the Prairie Hawks. Oh, I tell you, that was close. Brett Olson, all he had to do was get his hand on that, and he had a layup. But the Hawks score now. It's going to be difficult for the Muskies to come back. Schlusselman, and they take the press off. Maybe it's half court. They try a trap here on the right side. And the Muskie fans have reason to stand up and say something about that, because from this vantage point, Weiskamp did not foul. If anything, he should have had the ball. He's sitting on the floor. It could have been at most a traveling call against Weiskamp, but not a foul. Anyway, if you're a Prairie fan, that put Jason Furler to the line, and he's exactly the type of kid you want up there. 9-point lead here by the Prairie Hawks. 3 minutes. It didn't hit exactly net, but it went in. I guarantee you, you'll see nothing but net on this free throw.
Go ahead, just take all day.
A wet spot down there. They had to wipe it up. Furler? Well, as soon as I start talking about it, hitting net, it rattles in and out. But great defense or offensive rebound by Schlusselman. Schlusselman with the screen puts Furler almost in no man's land. Exactly 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Furler looking for somebody. Tron is out front here. 5 seconds are being counted off. Screen in there by Kleppe. Nobody cutting towards the basket. Casey Lane. McDonald has his hands on him. Nothing called. Casey Lane's going to get called for 5 seconds in here. Furler out front. Ron is out front. Delay game in here. 3 minutes and 29 seconds left. Schlussum, Casey Lane. Again, I talked about this in the first half. Is the ball handling capabilities have greatly improved by the Prairie Hawks, and you're starting to see it right now. A lot of the crowd does not like a game like this unless, oh, foul in there on Weiskamp. Is that number 4 on Weiskamp? Yes, it is. Well, Fuller just went up there with a few minutes ago and shot first one in. Second one bounced out, but Schlussman got the offensive rebound. So let's see what Furler can do right here. First one up and in. Big basket, 11-point lead here by the Hawks with 2 minutes and 44 seconds left in the game. How many points is that for Furler right now? 5 points, looking for number 6. And that's good. Well, there's no secret what the Muskies are going to look for now. They want a three-point shot. Here's McDonald coming around, defended well by Casey Lane. McDonald's not going to get the three-pointer off. Bartenhagen. Here's Tharp with a three-pointer off the back of the rim. Casey Lane, the smallest guy on the court, gets the rebound. McDonald's looking to foul him. Furler going to take some time off the clock. Defended in there by McDonald. Kleppe looking for Schlusselman, gets it over here to Casey Lane. Furler. I haven't seen this type of delay, but it seems to be very effective. Do you know what this is called?
Jerry, what they're trying to do is Prairie's got all those guys shoot free throws pretty well, but he's got his best free throwers, free throw shooters cutting and making the passes.
Weiskamp three-pointer, in and out, off the top of the bank, off the board, so it goes over to the Prairie Hawks. Oh, 2-1. Oh, I tell you, Kleppe held it up. Maybe it's wise to do it at that time. That's who you want at the line. McDonald with number 4. Take that back. Number 3 on McDonald. Well, you got 1 minute 36 seconds left, and they're making an announcement that somebody's headlights are on. I think it's too late now.
Jerry Furler, 3 out of 4 from the line and 6 points on the night.
And you can see the confidence just oozing from him right now.
No question about it. Very impressive Prairie victory here tonight. I say victory. There's 1 minute 36 to go. Hawks are up 13 points, which is close. And there's their high water mark, 14. As Furler up to 8 points.
You said that exactly right, Paul. This is an excellent Muscatine team. Again, they've only had 5 losses this year, all to rated teams.
And I'll tell you this, they're a physical ball club, too. I'll tell you, see those guys, they got some football players on their team. And I'll tell you, it's too bad George can't be here to see those guys stomping around out there, fighting it out in the blood and guts on the court. You know how George goes.
Weiskamp, chance for a three-point play here. Foul by Mike Kleppe. Kleppe with his 4th foul right now. But with 1 minute and 25 seconds left, with a 12-point lead, I don't think he's worried about fouling out. 11-point lead. Tharp picks up the foul. Hupfer to the line. That's number 3 on Tharp. Well, Hupfer hasn't been in the line yet tonight, has he, Paul?
Hupper's had a very good night, Jerry. He hasn't been in the line yet, but he has 9 points. He's had 3 three-point goals. 3 out of 3 from downtown, and I'll tell you, that's fantastic shooting.
You know, I can see what kind of offense that the Prairie Hawks are going to run next year. You got those well-shooting guards out front, bombing those long-range shots in. If they're missed, guess who's going to be cleaning up underneath for the rebound? Big Mike Kleppe.
I'll tell you, and you bet there's some big guys that are. Keith Kleppe is going to be up. Of course, Stainless Steel, and there's Eric Smith coming up the sophomore team. There's some other big guys over on the bench, too. I tell you, I wonder, isn't the California Golden Bears not back, though? I think he graduates. Jonas Everett.
McDonald That's Tharp. Well defended in there by Hupfer. Furler's on Bartenhagen, who's got the ball. Tharp, he's going to shoot that three-pointer. Off the front of the rim. Ferrandes with a towering rebound. Gets it off Casey Lane. Picks up the errant ball. Casey Lane is a double dribble. That's a good call in there. Good double team by McDonald and Bartenhagen on Casey Lane. So that's 52 seconds left. The score is 63-60. And is that the fat lady over there standing?
Jerry, I'll tell you what, not only is she standing, but she's calling for the songbooks right now.
Looks like she's starting the melody right now. Bartenhagen just doesn't know what to do with it. Excellent defense by the Hawks. Garrison.
Jerry, I'll tell you what, we'll give all the stats here in a few minutes after the game. Very impressive Prairie performance tonight. And not surprising at all. You knew that this team was well prepared for tonight. These kids came down here, they shot extremely well. They shot with a lot of confidence. I think high shooting percentages in tournament play show the poise and the confidence that these kids have in their own play, and I think that's a big factor in this ball game. Muscatine, as you indicated, Jerry, has not lost to a team outside of the top 10 in the state. And they're a fine program, and they have nothing to feel bad about. They're losing tonight to the Mississippi Valley co-champs. And while we're at it, hey, how about a bouquet and a tip of the fedora to Coach Denny Thiessen and his staff over there. Conference co-champions this year with Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Quite a performance, getting Iowa City High last Friday night, 67-65, back at the Hawks' Nest.
Absolutely. And he missed the first 9 games of the season with surgery.
Well, I think they maybe came along a little slow. I'm not sure. I'll tell you this. You talk to Denny, he's very impressed with all those assistant coaches he's got over there. Dunn, Coach Gavin, Coach Paul Schenkelberg, the head sophomore coach. All yeoman's duty early in the season to get this team off to a good start.
Well, true to form, another quick 5-second call.
I think he stepped on the end line, Jerry.
Well, you got an 11-point lead with exactly 30 seconds left, and Weiskamp's going to inbound it. And you got a 2-pointer in here by Olson, and it hits nothing but net. Bartenhagen picks up his 3rd foul, so you're going to have Jason Furler, an excellent free throw shooter, at the line shooting 1-and-1. That's got to be the last timeout that the Muskies can take.
I would think so, Jerry. They've called, I think, most of the timeouts tonight. I think Prairie's called only one.
Well, as you can see, the score is 73-65 with 24 seconds left.
Jerry, I got a question. Can you now, the timeouts we don't use tonight, can we save those for the second round game?
Well, it's money in the bank, only in the game that you're playing. It doesn't carry over. Furler from the line tonight. Furler is
6 out of 7.
And if this next free throw will put him in double figures with 10. Isn't that right, Paul?
That's correct, Jerry. He has 9 points. And I tell you, talk about maximizing. He's only missed 1 field goal and 1 free throw tonight.
Up and good. Another 10-point lead by the Hawks. 24 seconds and counting. They missed a travel call there, but probably a good no call. 3-pointer in there by Weiskamp. I'll take that back. That's Olson. Casey Lane's going to go to the line. Bartenhagen will pick up his 4th foul. And Bartenhagen actually didn't make his first foul here until the 4th quarter, so saved him up. Bartenhagen's been shuttled in and out during the whole game, so he's somewhat fresh right now. But looks like the fat lady over there's got a partner. They're still singing.
I'll tell you what, and she looks awful happy.
Casey Lane, just what you expect from your guards. Excellent free throw shooters. And all the guards tonight each have a 3-pointer, don't they? Except for Troy Tronas, but I already count him as a forward, not a guard, even though he does play that off-guard position. So now, that's 77-68. Three-pointer, missed. Olson. Furler picks the ball up, and on the floor, you have a foul called. I think that's McDonald, and that's McDonald's 5th foul. Number 4 on McDonald. And the Prairie fans are standing up. You've got 3 seconds left, and the score is 77-68, 9-point lead. And you've got Furler, who's made some clutch free throws right here in the 4th quarter to maintain this lead. So in the game for the Hawks, you've got Chris Bowersox, number 20, along with number 30, Keith Pleppy, who's been in the game before. Also Pat Weldon, the 6'1" junior, and Trent Minsel, 6 foot even guard, also a junior. And Furler shooting the free throws, and coming in for Furler will be number 4, which is Aaron Fleckel, the quarterback for the Cedar Rapids Prairie Hawks football team. And here comes Aaron Fleckel, and Jason Furler sits down with 12 points. An excellent game for Jason. Weiskamp shoots a 40-footer that misses. So at the end of the game, the Prairie Hawks win the first game of the district by a score of 79-68, a super victory. The handshakes are going on right now, and Dave Evans, we've had you behind this camera all along, and you haven't been able to say anything. What do you got to say about this game?
Oh, this is an absolutely fantastic game. It was just beautiful. Prairie Hawks, and first of all, I want to commend all the coaches on the Prairie basketball team here. I think they've done a fantastic job, just phenomenal the way they brought these kids to the district playoffs here, and you can't take anything away from Muscatine either. I don't have any stats in front of me, but they didn't miss very many. They played hard, they played well, and of course the Hawks came out victorious, 79-68.
Well, we're going to try to get Coach Denny Thiessen up here and give his analysis of this game. So we'll be back in just a few seconds with the stats and possibly a few interviews.
Dave Evans, my first interview guest here tonight. Les Jepson, the fine Iowa center from Bow Bells, North Dakota. Les, you're out here enjoying some high school basketball tonight.
Yeah, it's a change of pace for us. We just decided to take a little time and just watch some real good high school action here.
Kind of fun to get away from it a little bit and watch the game, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just puts us in a different situation. You know, it's always fun to watch high school basketball. Get some really good kids here, and you know, I know a couple of the kids on the teams. It's good to get out and just watch them play once in a while.
And of course, you play with some of these guys during the summertime in the Prime Time League.
Yeah, I did. There's 1 or 2 kids in each team that play with us in the summertime. They're really good kids, and I'm just happy to see them out here playing.
You've been in Iowa now. This is your 4th year. What changes have you seen in Iowa high school basketball?
Well, I haven't really had an opportunity to see a lot of high school games, but I know, you know, every year the kids get better and better. The caliber of play is improving every year, and you know, by like say 1990 or year 2000, it'll be almost like a lower level college type of atmosphere.
We have a lot of young players here, and of course we want to ask you. You know, you've made tremendous improvement, tremendous strides since you've been at Iowa. What are some of the things that you've done that maybe some of the younger players in high school trying to improve their game? What can they do? What are some of the things that you credit for your success?
Well, definitely one major thing to do is to always just work on the summertime. The most improvements, like a high school kid, is the biggest improvements made in the summertime. Just get out there and shoot every day, shoot 500, 1,000 shots every day. And during the season, just go out and work hard every day and don't let up.
No question about it. And you probably shoot, what, you shoot 500 a day?
Yeah, we try to. We try to get a structured practice plan and stick by that, and that's the best way to go about things.
It's fantastic. I know it takes a little juggling. You're also an excellent student. I don't know how many people know that, but you're an excellent student at the University of Iowa. How do you combine basketball and studying?
Well, I just say just get a plan of action. Make sure you know your routine coming into the day, and you know when to practice basketball, when to study, and you just got to make sure you have a time management schedule, and that's the best.
It had to be kind of tough in January with only one home date to get all the studying in with all the traveling.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you just have to make sure you go to class when you're home, and then when you're away, you got to make sure you talk to your teachers, whatever. But you know, if you manage your time wisely, it's not bad.
Well, listen, thank you for coming by, and thanks for all the great thrills that this team, the Iowa Hawkeye team of 1988-89, has given the Iowa fans. It's been exceptional. I don't think any of us will ever forget that North Carolina game, one of the most incredible games I've ever seen in my life. Thanks for a lot of great memories, and I think there's a few more coming for Hawk fans, too.
I hope so, yeah. Thanks a lot.
Thanks to Les Jepson for coming by here, Cox Cable Channel 26. They're just about ready, Dave Evans, to get the City High game against West, and we'll be back here in just a couple of minutes. Okay, Dave Evans, we're talking with the victorious Prairie coach, Mr. Denny Thiessen. Denny, I've watched Prairie play a lot of tournament games over the last several years. This will go down as one of the most incredible victories I think I've ever seen. Your team not only shot over 70% in the first half, they shot over 70% in the second half. Just an outstanding floor game. I know your critical eye, you probably found some things they can improve on, but from these unsophisticated eyes, just a fantastic ball game.
Well, thank you very much. I decided to coach shooting this week, so I thought our kids played really well. I told them in the locker room I thought we played about 24 minutes of the best basketball we played all year, and there were 8 minutes, 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there that we didn't play very well. But I thought for the most part we kept our poise well. We ran some time off the clock at the end of the third quarter because we had Tronas with 3 fouls and Mike Kleppe with 3 fouls. We didn't want him to get their fourth, so we went to our delayed game and we scored off of it. And we just did a lot of things. Our special plays worked well tonight. We got some easy baskets on those, and I thought our shot selection was maybe as good as it's been at any time all year. And when you take good shots, you're going to be tough to beat. And I also thought we really played good defense tonight. Muscatine is even though we gave up 68 points, they're a very scary team because they can shoot three-pointers so well. And I've played against them for 15 years, and I know they always have a run in every ball game that I've ever seen them play, and because of their outside shooting. But I thought overall we played pretty well defensively tonight.
No question about it. Their biggest run was probably at the 5:15 mark of the first period. A coach called timeout. They were down 8-2. They made a nice comeback. But that really was probably their biggest run of the ball game, and that's a tribute to your fine defense. Got to ask you this: the Muscatine, excellent ball club, ranked in the top 10 much of the season. I guess everybody has beaten them has been ranked, so certainly nothing to feel bad about. This team, this Muscatine ball club, though, not only a good outside shooting team, but one of the more physical teams I would think that you face this year.
Right, they really play hard. They play hard all the time, and I told our kids before when we started preparing for them, I said Muscatine teams are like clones. Every year, they play the same way. They play really hard, and they're not real big, but they're physical, and they'll hammer the offensive boards, and they'll get after you defensively. And I said, you know, if we have some patience, we'll score on them, because we've always been able to score points on them, even though they play good defense. And they're a good ball club, and they're a young team. You know, I hope they send us to another district next year, because if we're back here with Muscatine and Iowa City with all the young kids they have, I may have another kidney stone attack next year and bypass the tournament then.
One thing you have to like is when you get ball players coming off the bench doing what some of your kids did. Justin Hupper, the junior, came off the bench tonight, gave you a 3 out of 3 from three-point range plus a free throw. Perfect shooting. Anytime you can get a perfect 10 points, 100% both from the line of the field from a ball player, that's just incredible, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Justin Hupper shot very well. He's an excellent shooter, and our biggest problem has been getting him to shoot the ball more in ball games. And if you leave him open for 3, he's got a good shot. He's about, well, this will put him over 50% from three-point range for the season now. He was just under it, so 3 for 3 will get him over it. And he's one of our better free throw shooters, but he hasn't shot free throws very well in games, so I was glad to see him get a couple go down tonight. Casey Lane shot
3 out of 4.
Yes, shot the ball very well, and Casey is percentage-wise our best free throw shooter. In fact, in the conference, he only missed 2 free throws this year. I think he was either 21 out of 23 or 23 out of 25 for 91% from the free throw line. So we tried to get our better free throw shooters in at the end of the game and some of our better ball handlers when we were in our delay.
That delay game is very interesting to watch it because you post up some of the guys that don't shoot free throws quite as well. You move the guys that like Taranis and Furler that can shoot the free throws, and it sure pays off. I noticed that Furler tonight, 9 out of 10 from the line. Outstanding job by your junior point guard.
He's really come a long way. When I took the job back last April, everybody was telling me who the players were. And 2 names that I never heard were Jason Furler and Justin Hupfer. And nobody told me that they were going to be players. And after we got done with our little 3-day camp in the summer, I thought both of them were going to help us. And, you know, without those 2 playing the way they have all year, we would not have had the season we've had so far. They've both done a great job. Jason is just an excellent free throw shooter. We have a little free throw game we played the night before a ball game, and we shoot, and if you miss, you're out, and you stay down until you got 1 shooter left. And he's probably won that 60% of the time this year. And he really concentrates well. He's got a good routine, and when he gets in his routine and follows through in that, he's a very good free throw shooter.
And the thing that's impressed us about Furler, too, not many turnovers.
No, he doesn't turn the ball over tonight. Tonight he made a couple bad passes trying to feed the post, but his turnovers have been less, right around 2 a game. And you know, he plays almost 32 minutes every ball game. Tonight he did, and he handles the ball, you know, 90% of the time against pressure and bringing it up the court, and he does not turn it over very much. And that's again a key to why we're having a good year.
Mike Clippy, he sure doesn't play like a sophomore, does he, Coach? 6 out of 8 from the field. We had him 6 out of 9 to the line, 18 points tonight.
Yeah, in fact, one of the shots he missed was a layup that he got a little off balance on, and you know, next year hopefully he'll dunk that one. And he played well again tonight, and he needed a good shooting night. He was 3 for 12 Friday against City High and didn't have the good shooting night, and this will help him get his confidence back again. And, you know, we told him, you know, heck, that happens. You just have to come back out and shoot it. That night's over with. There isn't anything we knew about it, and let's go after this one.
Excellent balance. Troy Taranis with 15 tonight, Kleppe with 18, Furler with 12, Doherty with 9, KC with 9, and Hupper with 10. That's excellent balance, and that may be a factor. Certainly anybody that's scouting you here tonight, how do you stop Prairie? I sure wouldn't want to defense him.
Well, I think that's the key to having success. You got to have 5 guys that can score and that will score, so that you can't defend one person. And the thing I've been most happy with, I think the month of February, every ball game we've had at least 4 guys in double figures. And, you know, if you get 4 guys in double figures, then you're going to win a lot of ball games.
How do you scout this game tonight? You got City High and West. City High probably a little bit better record. I'm just guessing at that. Is that right?
Yeah, City High's got the better record. City High has beaten them twice. The first game was a 1 or 2 pointer, and early in December, and the second game was about a month ago. And City High got off to about a 12-2 lead and ended up winning by about 8. And they played them even after that. So it'll be, you know, it's an inner-city game, and anytime you got an inner-city game, you know, you throw records out the window. And, you know, like we told our kids, everybody's 0-0 at this time. We told them Friday after the game we just won the Grapefruit League, and now we're ready to start the real season. The exhibition season's over with, and now we got to get ready to play. So I expect this to be a good game, and I would think that whoever wins will give us all we want to handle on Thursday night.
How do you scout a game like this? Do you sign one team to one assistant coach, the other team, and then you kind of scout them both?
Right. Coach Dunn's going to take Iowa City West because he saw him 2 weeks ago here against Muscatine, and I scouted Muscatine. And Coach Gavin will have Iowa City High because he scouted him the 2 weeks previous on Tuesday nights for last Friday's game. And then I'll just write down things on both teams and scout them both. And, you know, we'll see. My coaching staff does a good job scouting. We saw Muscatine play 4 times, so we had a pretty good idea what they were going to do. And I told their coach before the game to thank their athletic director for scheduling so many Tuesday games so I could see them play a lot. So he said they're going to try to change that in the future.
Listen, Coach, want to thank you a million. I know you want to get down there and do some scouting, but just an incredible year. Want to congratulate you on a co-championship, your first go-around in the Mississippi Valley, a tough physical league, and Prairie just outstanding. 14, and let's see, that makes your record now 15-6 going into the second round of districts coming up Thursday night. Now, we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but I got to ask you, where do you go if you win Thursday night? Now, you go, does that sub-state then, and then would you play the Cedar Rapids team?
If we win Thursday night, we play the winner of the Kennedy, Washington, Linn-Mar, Jefferson district, and that'll be at the 5 next Monday night at 8 o'clock. And we hope to be there, but we know we're really going to have to play well to do that. You know, you talked about our record. I think the thing I like most is not so much 15-6, but, you know, we're 10-2 since Christmas time. And, you know, we've played, you go back, we played Jefferson the first game in February and got beat. And the rest of our conference games, our backs were to the wall, and we beat Kennedy at Kennedy, we beat Linn-Mar, and we beat City High, 3 pretty good basketball teams. And, you know, anytime you play tough games, you're in close games, I think it helps you along the way, and I think it showed up tonight again.
No question about it. Mr. Denny Thiessen, thank you very much. Good luck Thursday night against the winner of the second game here, City High West coming up, and Prairie will play them on Thursday night. Thank you very much, Denny, and good luck Thursday night.
Thank you very much.
Game with 7:48 to go here in the second quarter. The score, Linn-Mar 20, Cedar Rapids Prairie 12, 7:48 to go. Linn-Mar with the inbound pass, number 11, the point guard, that's Chris Heacock. Heacock with the basketball down along the baseline. Nice move inside, off the leg, battle for the basketball, out of bounds. Ball will belong to Linn-Mar, and good hustle that time by number 34, Jeff Gorgon. You see it there, Dave Evans? Inbounding will be number 31, John Teberg. Teberg to Heacock, back to Teberg. Nice defense down there by two Hawks. Back to Heacock. Nice play defensively. A dandy play. An outlet. And that's Hupper. A nice job that time by Trent Mitchell. Fantastic job. Linmar. Weldon is in there now for the Hawks, number 34. And Heacock will set it up on the outside, looking for Teberg. Goes the other way. Nice interior feed. Shot is up. Won't go, and a battle for the rebound, and a foul on number 43 that time. And that would be Andrew Wall. And the ball will belong out of bounds here to these Cedar Rapids Prairie Hawks. They've won 6 ball games in a row. Looking to even their record here in the Mississippi Valley Conference. A little bit of pressure. Nice job getting the ball in the corner, back outside. Mitchell and Hopper on the outside here for the Prairie Hawks, looking inside, trying to make the interior feed. Nice defensive play that time by Wall. And now Linmar on the counterattack. There's the shot right in there. Oh, beautiful shot. And Teberg again gets the shot. Hawks, full court pressure, break it nicely. Kleppe with the basketball. Interior feed. Gets it back now. On the far side, 3 points, downtown. Holy cow. Pat Weldon that time, ladies and gentlemen, with the outside three-point goal and a foul on Hupper. Make that Trent Mitchell. Coming in here for the Hawks now, checking in, number 30, that'll be Keith Kleppe. Kleppe's in there right now. Have Aaron Vlecko, number 24 on the court. There's Heacock, shot and won't go. Offensive rebound, nicely. Beautiful job by the big man in there. And fine job by Colin Pick, 6'5" sophomore. And there's the cripple at the other end. Nice job by Keith Kleppe, number 30 for the Prairie Hawks. Makes it 24-18 Linmar. Heacock on the side, that's Teberg. Underneath, number 25 with a shot. Nice block, rejected nicely by the Hawks. Kleppe, outlet, there's the long pass.